Hello students, today I am taking 4th class, lecture 4 on sets. As we know, in the previous class I discussed about what is nothing but power set and what are the possible subsets we can find out using any given set. So here I will take some more examples on power set. One thing I think in the previous class I explained what we can say that number of possible subset of the any given set. It may be any, if it is A, B, whatever it is, knowing its elements, how many possible subsets we can form using 2 to the power n. 2 to the power n is whatever the given set, we can say how many possible subsets we can form. So n is what? Where n is equal to number of elements of A. If A has 3 elements, 2 to the power 3 will become 8. If A has 2 elements, 2 to the power 2 will become 4. If A has 4 elements, 2 to the power 4 means you will get 16 subsets of the any given sets. So I will take a second example. Yesterday I took one example. I will take next one. Second example on the power set. If A is equal to the given, I can say A comma B comma C. Find P of A. Here the thing is see what given set A is equal to A, B, C. Find P of A. P of A is what? It is a collection of all possible subset of A. P of A is nothing but power set of A. Power set of A is nothing but, according to definition we are saying, it is a collection of all possible subset of the given set A. So I will write given. What is the given? A is equal to A, B, C. Nothing is C. When you have A, B, C, 3 elements, means I can say number of possible subsets of a P of A. Number of possible subsets of a P of A, or you can say number of elements of P of A. So how many I will get? Number of elements P of A is how many? Number of elements of P of A, 2 to the power. How many elements in the given set A? 1, 2, 3. So I can say 2 to the power 3 means I will get again 8. Means I will get 8 elements in the case of P of A. But in the case of P of A, every element is considered as a set. Means that will be subset of the given set A. What are the things? I can write now possibility. When A is an element, if you want to write this element is a subset, you write in the flower brackets. Here I can say A belongs to capital A, B belongs to capital A, C belongs to capital A, because these are the elements. When it is element, if you want to write it is in the form of subset, I can write in the flower bracket. Keep in mind, whenever while writing subset, we will write in the flower bracket. Can I say A? When I am writing in the flower bracket, instead of saying belongs to, I will say it is a subset of A. Then I will go for another number B. I am writing in between flower bracket. Again it is becoming subset. Then C. Yes. So single over A over B over C over. Now I will take pairwise. Once I will take AB, then I will take BC, then I will take AC. These are the possible order pairs. Means orderly I can take two numbers. Now these are the 3. Then I can take A comma B. It is also subset of capital A because every element of this is belongs to the set A. And B comma C because it is also subset of capital A. And A comma C is also subset of this because I said AB 1. Next set BC, I took AC, 2 elements. So after this, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still I need to get 2 because we are saying totally 8. So here empty subset of every set. Empty, I said in the case of subset, empty is always subset of every set. And another one itself is a subset. I can say A is subset of itself. So means what is the thing here? We will get when we are saying these are the subsets, what is the P of A? It implies that I can say that P of A is equal to, it is a collection of subsets. What are the first one? What is the first one? A. Second, B. I have. What is C? Is there 1, 2, 3? Still these. Again, A comma B, B comma C, and then A comma C, and empty itself A. This is closed. This is what P of A is equal to. How many elements it has? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But these all 8 are considered as an element of P of A. But these all are what are subsets of the given set A. You see, all these are sets. This is one set, second set, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Empty is always subset of every set, and A itself is a subset. So this is about forming a power set. So like we can take still more examples. Okay. Next I will take third one. If A is equal to, the given elements are like 1 comma in the flower bracket, close. Find P of A. This is an important problem. This you will get the examination case. This is an important problem. In the case of exam, you will get this type of problems. So what is asking? If A is equal to 1 and instead of this A has how many elements? 2 elements. What are the elements? 1. Instead of saying 2, I can say 2 is covered by one flower bracket, because brackets is a very necessary here. When I am saying 1 is the first element, 2 is what? It is not 2, it is flower bracket of 2. Means if you want to find P of A, can I say here 1 belongs to capital A? Yes. And 2 belongs to A? No. Because this is not 2. 2 itself is this thing. 2 itself is this thing. Means I can say how it is? 2 now belongs to, because when the original set has itself is a 2, means I can say 2 is covered by one flower bracket. So previous I had done, when you are writing subsets without any flower brackets inside, 1, 2, 3, you have A, B, C. If you want to make A is a subset, you will write flower bracket A. If you want to write subset, B will write in the flower bracket. When you have C, there is no flower brackets of the point given elements, but here itself the element is covered by the flower bracket. So I can say 2 is not, 2 itself is covered. Originally it is given in the form of flower bracket of 2. So means I can say here first is a 1, second is the element is covered by 2, that I can say element. So 2 does not belongs to A, but here flower bracket of this when it is given is in this form, I can write now. It implies that if I am saying this is element, if you want to write in the flower bracket, if you want to make it a subset, you write in the flower bracket like. Now it is subset of A. Yes, this will be. When it has 2 does not belongs to, but this is belongs to. When it is belongs to, means that is element. Element is covered by in the flower bracket. When you are saying element is covered by in the flower bracket, then it is becoming what? A subset. So means here 1 belongs to A, means I can write 1 is subset of A. And you know, empty is always subset of A, and every set itself is a subset. Means that what happened here? P of A is equal to, what are the things? 1. 2 is not only 2. If you want to make subset, we will take 2 flower brackets. Yes. Yeah. Then. And empty is subset of every set. Then. Capital A itself. Yes. Close. This is what a P of A. So this is finding P of A. So I will take another one example. You will come to know very clearly what it is exactly how we are forming power set. Okay, this I will keep as it is. Then I will take another one. Fourth one. If I will say A is equal to 1. 2 is already covered by 2 flower brackets. See. Find P of E. What happens? The thing is, he has given itself a set. A has element 1 and itself this whole thing is considered as a second element. So I can say that it is a chocolate. This chocolate means this 2 is a chocolate. It is covered by 2 flower brackets. So means when it is two flower brackets covered by itself, if you want to make it is a subset, you take one extra flower bracket. Previously what we had done in this case, 2 is covered by 1 flower bracket. When it is covered by itself 1 flower bracket, I can say it is what? It is element because originally given. If you want to make it a subset, I took one more, because if you want to make it a subset, we are taking one more flower bracket. If there is no flower bracket, 1 is given direct. So if you want to say 1 belongs to A, then it implies that if you want to make it a subset, I can write in the flower bracket of this. So like here itself this number 2 is covered by 2 flower brackets. If you want to write subset, you take another one, means totally you will get 3 flower brackets. For example, suppose the given 2 itself is covered by 3 flower brackets. In that case, you can take one more, 4 flower brackets. Whatever the given element, if it has some flower brackets, if you want to make it a subset, you take one more flower bracket. In that case, it will become a subset. Can I say here given set is what? A is equal to 1. This is the element. And this is covered by already 2 flower bracket. How many elements it has? I can say n of A. N of A is nothing but number of elements. How many elements? 2 elements. What are the elements? 1 belongs to A and another one 2 belongs to A. Now I will say this is subset. How it is subset? When you are covered by in the flower bracket, it will become subset of A. And this one, how it is? Now I will write in the flower bracket what is the element. This is the element. How it is? Already covered by this 2. Can I say it is now subset of A? The thing is, see, second is what? Second is 2 is the element. Not 2, instead of saying 2, I can say 2 is covered by 2 flower brackets. If you want to make it a subset, I took 3. So already it is covered. When you are writing in the flower bracket, it is becoming a subset. So means can I say it is now subset? You see, this I am closing. What is the element? This is the element. I took, it is belongs to. If you want to say subset, I am taking one more flower bracket, then it will become this symbol. This symbol indicates subset. So this is one subset, this is another, because it has 2. Empty is always subset of every set. This you have to write yourself. And every set itself is a subset of A. Means I can say that what is a P of A here? P of A is equal to first one. What is a 1? Second one, it is covered by 2 flower brackets, comma. And third one, empty. And fourth one, itself. Is it clear? Compare this, both the case. Here 1, 2, 1 element. When if you want to write it is in the form of subset, you take one more. Here 2 is not, I said here, because 2 is covered by 1 flower bracket. Means I can't say this is. When it is this one, itself having flower bracket of this is element. When I am taking one more flower bracket, it is becoming what? A subset. In that case, this is one subset, empty is subset, and this will be subset, itself is a subset. I can say there are 1, 2, 3, 4, because how many elements A has? 2 elements, means 2 to the power 2 will give us 4 elements. These are the 4 elements. Here again this has 2 elements. I can say 2 to the power 2 will give 4. 4 are the what? These are the 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here already this has a 2 flower bracket. I took another one. If you want to make subset, nothing. It is very simple. You take one more flower bracket. So whenever the given set, if we have some elements, if you want to write it is in the form of subset, you take one more flower bracket. In that case, it will become a subset. I will take another one last example on the basis of subset and power set case. Now, if I will take another set named B. B has 1, 2, 3. Listen to me. Find P of B. This is you concentrate. You concentrate about this example, you will come to know clearly what happening. How many elements it has? 3 elements. This 1, 2, 3. Can I say 1 belongs to? Here I can't say 1 belongs to B. 1 does not. But what happened? I can say flower bracket of this is belongs to B. And here flower bracket of 2 belongs to B. Here flower bracket of 3 belongs to B. Are you getting? When it is belongs to, I can say this is an element, means I can write subset 1, take one more flower bracket, yes. This symbol will become a now subset. And again here, I can say it is in the double flower bracket, yes, B. And here I can say that 2 flower bracket, because I have already it has a basically one flower bracket. If you want to make subset, I am taking one more flower bracket of the given elements. These are separately 3. So I will take 2. This with 1 once, then I will take 2 with 3, and I will take 1 with 3. So what are the possibility? I have 1, 2, close. This is one possibility, because 1, 2 like, then I will take another 1, 2, 3. Here instead of 2, 3, I can say 2 is covered by flower bracket, 3 is covered by flower bracket, and 1 is covered by flower bracket, and 3 is covered by flower bracket. Can I say 1 is covered by, 2 is covered by, I took in between 2 flower bracket, it becomes one set, then it will be subset of this. And this will be 2 is covered by one flower bracket, 3 is covered by another flower bracket. These 2 I took in the flower bracket, this is again subset of the given. And 1 flower bracket, 3 flower bracket, this is becoming a again subset of this. Then I can say empty is always subset of every set B, and another one B is subset of itself. What is power set of B? Power set of B is like we have first one, yes, 1, this is 4, second 2, third one covered by, yes, this one, yeah, 1, 2, write very carefully, don't confuse. This is one element, second, third, 1, 2, then we are writing subsets 2, 3. Yes, this is order second 2 elements, and this will be next will be 1, 3, then empty itself and a capital B itself. See the thing. One element, how it is. Second, it is subset. This is subset of the B. This is also subset of the B. This is also subset of the B. For our convenience, I am taking circle wise. This is a subset of the B. Empty is subset of B, and B is subset of B. So can I say P of B has these collections? Which collections? These all are the subset of the given set. So I can say it is required possible P of B. So we have so many examples. We will give in the notes all problems. These are very simple problems. In the case of notes, we will mention everything. This is enough. I think using these 4 problems, you can understand what is finding P of A. P of A is what? It is a collection of all possible subsets of the any given set. Okay, this is clear. Today I will define another one set. This copy. Yes. Which one? We had done all the types. Now I am taking one thing last, it is universal set. Universal set. Universal set. I had done some types of sets all. This is one more. Universal set. I can say it is a very big set and it is denoted by universal set is denoted by capital U. Which symbol? Capital U symbol. Using capital U symbol, you can say it is universal. Means what is universal? If I can say a set capital U is said to be universal set, it is always very big set and its all corresponding sets are all subset of the universal set. I will define a set capital U is said to be universal set if its corresponding all sets A, B, C and so on are what? I can write here are subsets of capital U. Listen to me, my words. A set capital U. U is what? U is denoted by, this is a symbol using, I can say, universal set. A set U is said to be universal set if its corresponding all sets A, B, C and so on. If it has only 3, okay. If it has 4, okay. If it has still more, no problem. It may be 4, 5, 6. Are all subsets of U. Means when U with some its corresponding sets, if all remaining its corresponding sets are subset of U, then only I can say it is a universal set of the given set ABC. I will take one example. For example, I can say let capital U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will take some more sets. A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. B is equal to, I will take 2, 4, 6, 8. And C is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7. Can I say, is it every element of the A is also the element of U? 1 is there, 3 is there, 5 is there, 7 is there, 9 is there. Definitely A is a subset of U. No doubt A is subset of U. Next, B, 2, 4, 6, 8. All these even numbers belongs to in this set. Yes, no doubt I can say B is also subset of U. Then can I say C is subset of this given U? Yes. 2, 3, 5, 7. all a subset of this, because it is all of the elements belongs to the U, means I can say C is also subset of capital U. Means A is subset of U, B is subset of U, C is subset of U. Means can I say in the given case U has a, compared to A, B, C, larger elements, and all these corresponding A, B, C, all are subset. A is also subset of U, B is also subset of U, and C is also subset of U. Means that in the case of this, I can say U is a universal set of the given sets A, B, C. I think you can see the number system. Natural number is subset of real number, whole number is subset of real number, integer is subset of real number, and rational number is subset of real number, irrational number is subset of real number. Means that can I say real number is a universal set of the given all number system. Means I can say universal. Real number is a biggest set. It is a universal set of the natural number, whole number, integer, rational number, irrational number, because all these corresponding, means all those basic all number system are subset of the real number. So nothing universal set case, you see that the thing whatever it is, when you are saying something, it may be U, here we are denoting U, it may be any set. If it is becoming universal set, its corresponding all sets are subsets of that particular set. Here when you are saying U is a universal set, definitely its corresponding all sets are a subset of the U. This is about universal set. So these are the things. I will take some examples related to equal sets. You know, finite set, infinite set, those are all the things we will give. I explained about types of sets. With that I explained some one or two examples. Understanding that concept, you can solve the exercise 1.2, 1.3. Those are very basic things. Understanding this concept, you can able to solve it. So we will give notes also. So following that notes, you can understand what are the things related to these all the types of sets and all. Okay, one thing he is asking, some examples are like which of the following sets are equal sets? Which of the following sets are equal sets? First one, A is equal to, I will say, I can write it is like 2, 4, 8. Here I will say B is equal to X such that X is equal to 2n, or I can say 2 to the power n better, 2 to the power n. So for all n belongs to natural number, and n should be what? N is a 1, 2, 3. Means I can say n lies in between 1 and 3. Okay, second one. There you can see 2, 4, 8. Here 2 to the power 1, 2. 2 to the power 2, 4. 2 to the power 3, 8. Is it 2, 4, 8? There also you will get 2, 4, 8. Means definitely that will become equal. Second one, I will take simple. A is equal to F L O W, and B is equal to X such that X is a letter letter of the word follow. Can I say it implies that simply? These you can see in the 1.2 exercise and 1.3 exercise. There it will be very simple. There we will give all the things. I am taking 1 or 2 examples. Here A is what? First one case. A has a 2, 4, 8. Yes. So this given B is which form? Set Builder form. I can say n is a natural number, okay, but n is belongs to 1 to 3. Means I can take n is a natural number. N is what? Natural number. It should be 1, 2, 3. N is equal to 1. 2 to the power 1 is 2. N is equal to 2. 2 square 4. N is equal to 3. 2 to the power 3 is a 8. Means can I say 2, 4, 8? Yes. Is it? A and B have exactly same element. It implies that I can say A is equal to B. And second one, A is equal to what are the letters? F, L, O, W. And in this case B, X is the letters of the word follow. Means what are the letters? In the case of sets we are taking, if it is repeated letters we will consider once. I can say first letter F, then comma O, I can say L, I can say W. Repeated elements don't consider, repeated letters don't consider, you consider only once. F, O, L, W. Here F, L, O, W. All are having, so like it may be any given word, you check. If it is, I can say another problem also here. Wolf, A, X such that X is a letter of the word wolf. In the case of wolf, we will say WOLF. W will get, O will get, L will get, F will get. Here also, in this case follow, F will get, O will get, L will get, W. Word may be different. Don't worry about the word. It doesn't have any meaning. In the case of sets, we will check those letters are exactly same or not. If the letters are same, then we can say these two are equal. Can I say this A is equal to B, F is there, L is there, O is there, W is there? Means I can say these two sets having exactly same elements. It implies that I can say A is equal to B. So this is the thing what we can say here. These are the some problems. I explained all the things. You see these all cases. I will give some examples also. So using these you can identify which is equal, which are not equal, when it is finite, when it is infinite, when it is single tone, when it is empty. You can say that like when the case of power set, how to write possible subsets, how to collect those. P of A is what? Collection of all subsets. When it is proper subset, what is the difference between subset and proper subset? In the case of subset, we are saying only A is subset of B, means every element of the A is subset of the, means every element of the A is belongs to B. In that case, A is subset. There is no next condition. But in the case of proper subset, we are saying every element is belongs to as well as that should not be equal to. So when it is satisfying both the condition, that particular subset will become a proper subset. These are the things we had done. So like you will get in the still more examples. Means I will take next operations on a sets. Here union of sets. I will take one by one. First one, union of two sets. Union of two sets. Here union of two sets. I can say let A and B be any two sets. Be any two sets. Then the union of A and B is denoted by using the symbol A union B. This symbol is what? A union, and is defined by X such that X is an element of A or X is an element of B. If X is element of A as well as B, we will consider only once. So means A and B be any two sets, then the union, we can say, then the union of A and B is denoted by this symbol. Means this is nothing but what? A union. This symbol is nothing but union of two sets. This symbol is considered as A union B. A union B is equal to X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. What it means? X may be any number that is also belongs to A and also belongs to, or X belongs to B. Means I can say union of two set is either set of elements of A or elements of B. If it is both, it is considered as a ones. So the thing is, I will take one example. Taking that example, you will come to know. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the union of A and B? You concentrate now. What is A union B? A union B is denoted by this symbol. A union B is equal to, I can say it is a set of elements of A or B. Either the elements of A or either the elements of B. If any element is repeated, you consider once. 1, 2, 3, 4. There 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 3, 4 is in A as well as 3, 4 in B. So means when you have 3, 4 in A as well as 3, 4 in B, don't repeat those. Instead of repeating, so you write only once. So when you are considering 3 from the A, it is enough. Don't consider from the 3, 4 because that is repeated. So you consider only 5, 6. Means can I say what are the different elements? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 3, 4 already I took. Don't write. Which are next number? 5, 6. This is a union B. Nothing, it is very simple. Now I will take another one example. Second one. Okay. Here 3, 4 and 3, 4 are repeated, but I consider 1, 2, 3, 4. When you consider 3, 4, here 3, 4, don't consider again 3, 4. Once is enough. So you can consider next number 5, 6. So union of the thing is the set of elements either from A or from B. If any elements are repeated in both, you consider once. So now let A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 4, 5, 6. The thing is same. No repetitions. No letter is repeated in both. I can say it implies that what is A in B? I can say here all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is like addition but not exactly addition. In the case of set, you can say union is nothing but collecting the elements of A and collecting the elements of B. If any elements are repeated in both, you consider only once. Don't repeat the elements. So this is nothing but a element. So for example, I will take another one simply. A is equal to A, B, C, D and B is equal to C, D, E. Can I say here A, B, C, D, but there C, D, E means C, D are repeated. C is D is here, C is D is here. Only different element you have to write. Means A is equal to A union B. It is denoted by this symbol. A union B is equal to A, B. I will take C, I will take D. So C, D are repeated. Only consider once. This one will be now A union B. Nothing in this case. Whenever union, that you can say let A and B be any two sets, then the union of A and B is denoted by this symbol. It is collected mathematically. I can say it is a set of elements belongs to A or belongs to B. If it is belongs to both, we will consider once. This is about what? A union of two sets. Okay, is it clear? Second one. Intersection of two sets. Intersection of two sets. Here we will denote like A intersection B. That previous symbol can be taken as a reciprocal. Let A and B be any two sets, then intersection is denoted by A intersection B, and it is defined as X such that, what is X? X should belongs to A as well as, and I am taking and, in the previous case I took R, X belongs to B. So means what happened? I can say it is a common elements of A and B. Very simple it is. Common elements of A and B. A and B be any two sets, then it is denoted by this symbol. I can say A intersection B. Read as A intersection B is equal to, I can say these are the what? Set of elements. In general mathematical I am taking X is a set of elements that should be belongs to A as well as that should be belongs to B. For example, I will take example. Using examples we can come to know what it is. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the thing? A intersection B can be written as, the thing is, see, which are the elements common for both? Means if X is an element of A as well as X is an element of B. So 1 is element of A, 1 is not element of B. 2 is element of A, 2 is not element. 3 is element of A as well as 3 is element of B. 4 is element of A, 4 is also element of B. 5 is element of B, but 5 is not belongs to A. 6 is element of B, but 6 is not belongs to A. Means can I say these two are common elements? 3, 4, 3, 4. So what is here? This is a common element 3, 4. Only once consider, don't consider 3, 4 from this and 3, 4 from this. It will become 4 elements. In the case of sets, there is no repetition. So for that reason, whenever intersection, that will be common elements of both. This is a one example. Simple. Second one, I can say let A is equal to 1, 2 and B is equal to 3, 4. It implies that A intersection B is equal to, what are the elements common? 1, 2, 3, 4. A has different element, B has different element. No element is common for both. Means I can't write the elements. Better I can say blank. This is empty. Empty is also denoted by another symbol. This. You can say this or this. Both the cases are same. This is also empty. Means I can't write because there is no element is common. But union of this, but union A union B is what? In this case, I will collect all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So union is this, intersection is common. In the case of intersection, it should be common. There is no common element, you say empty. If it is in the case of union, we will collect all the elements of A and all the elements of B. If any element are repeated, that will be considered as a once. Intersection is clear. Nothing, it is very simple. Understanding this one, you can say that what is the intersection. I will go for next. Third one. Difference of two sets. Difference of two sets. Here I can say let A and B be any two sets. Difference of two set can be written as A minus B or B minus A. But in the case of A minus B, it is orderly. Means in the case of A minus B, we will say it is a collection of A element. The elements belongs to A but not B. Means I can say, then I can write that A minus B is a collection of elements X such that X belongs to A and X should not be belongs to B. This type of elements are considered. A minus B, X such that X belongs to A, X should not be belongs to B. Means A minus B is the set of elements belongs to the A but not belongs to the B. A minus B. If it is B minus A, in this case I will say set of elements X such that X belongs to first set B but X should not be belongs to A. Very simple. Very simply I am expressing mathematically. Those wordings I will give in the notes. A and B be any two sets, then A minus B is what? The set of elements. X is a set of elements belongs to the A. A means first, A minus B. Those elements should not be in the B. So means I will collect only the elements of A that not belongs to B. And B minus A, the elements belongs to B that should not be belongs to A. I will take one example. Using examples you will come to know very clearly. Every time while explaining examples you concentrate, you will come to know what is union, what is intersection, what is difference. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Same I am taking. And B is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. It implies that. What is A minus B? A minus B we are saying set of elements belongs to A should not be belongs to B. The elements belongs to A but not belongs to B. 1 is belongs to A. Is it 1 is belongs to B? No. I can write 2 is belongs to A. Is it this 2 is belongs to B? No. I can write 3 is belongs to A. 3 is belongs to B. So don't write. 4 is belongs to A. 4 is also belongs to B. So don't write. When it is 3 is belongs to, here also belongs to, don't write. 4 is belongs to, 4 here belongs to, don't. So means common, when I am saying A minus B, those common elements. Don't bother about this 5 and 6. Only A minus B is what elements belongs to A. Means 1, 2, 3 belongs, but it is also belongs to B. 4, it is also belongs to both. So only the thing is what? I can say 1, 2. 1, 2 means A minus B is what? It is a set of elements belongs to A but not belongs to B. This is considered as A minus B. And B minus A. What is B minus A? In this case I can say the elements belongs to B but should not be belongs to A. Means can I say 3 is belongs to A, don't write. 4 is belongs to A, don't write. 5 is not belongs to A. B minus A, the elements belongs to B but not belongs to A. In the case of B you should get elements but should not be in the case of A. B minus A is a 5 and a 6. It is not 5, 6. This is a, I can say, difference. I will take another one example. Taking some examples you will come to know very clearly. Let A is equal to A, B, C, D and B is equal to, I can say D, E, F, this much. What is A minus B? It implies that A minus B is a set of elements belongs to A but not belongs to B. Means A is there, not in the B. B I can write. C I can write. D is there, don't write. So I will close it. And B minus A. What B minus A? The element should be belongs to B but not belongs to A. Means D is there in A. Don't write. E not, F not. So means I can write E comma F. This is nothing but difference of case. So I took simply 2 examples. I will take in the exercise case some more examples. So nothing, it is difference of two set is what? Whenever you are saying A minus B, in that case every element of A belongs to B but not belongs to, that you can consider. B minus A, every element of B, that B belongs to B, that should not be belongs to A. This is about what? A difference of two sets. Then last one, complement of a set. Complement of a set. In this case, what is complement of a set? Let U be the universal set and A be the subset of U. Then complement of A is denoted and defined by, I can say, A dash. Means A dash indicates what? A complement of A is equal to U minus A. What is complementary set? When you are saying A is a complement, means when you are saying A is a subset of U, then complement of A is what? U minus A. Means in the case of complement, the elements, the collection of elements belongs to the universal set but not belongs to itself. Means while taking this A complement, you collect all the elements of universal set, don't collect itself elements. So U be the universal set. While defining complement, compulsory you should have universal set, and A be the subset of capital U. Then complement of A is denoted is a this symbol. Hence complement is a, when you are saying A complement, or you can say sometimes A to the power C, but usually we are using this one, A dash. We are saying A dash is a complement. So what is this? I will take one example. Let U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and A is equal to 1, 2, 3, B is equal to 3, 4, 5 and C is equal to, I will take 6 or 7. I can find complement of these. I can say it implies that A dash is, we are saying U minus A. What is U minus A? Nothing. U minus A means 1, 2, 3. You take subtraction from the U. Those are the collections. A dash is what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 goes. Means in the case of universal set, we are eliminating this A element. Means 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 leave. Remaining what? 4, 5, 6, 7. Means I can write 4, 5, 6, 7. Means what happened? We are saying U minus A. Means in the case of universal set, we are eliminating A element. When A complement, we are eliminating its element from the universal set. Means that I can say the set of elements belongs to universal set but not belongs to itself. A has 1, 2, 3. Means A dash is what? A element. It is not belongs to 1, you eliminate, 2 eliminate, 3 eliminate. Remaining 4, 5, 6, 7. I will take another one. What is B complement? B dash is equal to U universal minus B. What it means? It means that you collect the elements belongs to U but not belongs to itself. Means B is what? 3, 4, 5. Means 3, 4, 5 leave it. Don't consider. Means you consider 1, 2, 6, 7. Can I say 1, 2, 6, 7? Because itself B has what? B has a 3, 4, 5. You leave it 3, 4, 5. That's it is what? B complement. Another one. What is C complement? C complement is something like C dash is equal to U minus C. What is U minus C? U minus C is a collection of all the elements. collection of all the elements from, I can say, universal set, but should not be belongs to itself. I can leave 6 7 from this. I will leave this and this. I will get these are the elements in that. So I can say 1 2 3 4 5. Nothing here. This will be what? Complement. Complement case we are taking those elements. It is a set of elements belongs to universal set but should not be belongs to itself. Means it is clear. Means that when we are saying another thing, complement of complement is a itself. Obviously. For example, what is the A complement here? A complement. What it is? It implies that A complement of whole complement. Means A complement of whole complement means what? U minus A complement. What is U minus A complement? You eliminate these 4 5 6 7 from the universal 4 5 6 7. What you will get? Only you will get 1 2 3. What happened? It is you will get A only. Means A complement of complement is itself. I can say complement of the complement is itself. And I can say universal complement. Universal complement means you leave all the elements of itself. Means when you leaving means we are eliminating all the elements of U means you will got all are empty. Empty complement. Empty complement is nothing but there is no element. If it is empty complement, you will consider all the elements. That I can say universal set. These things. Complement of the complement is itself. Universal complement means we will eliminate all the elements of the universal set. We will get empty. When empty complement means don't write empty, you write all the elements of universal set. These are the things. I think you can see using this you can understand what is a union, what is a intersection, what is a difference of two sets, and what is a complement of the set. In the next class I will take properties on union, properties on intersection, and related to difference, and properties on complementary set. Okay, thank you.